How do's, you degenerate sim racing loving mofos? Welcome to Thingymajig's racing channel, and we are here having a look at the Amigo racing team round 4 from, you guessed it, Sardegna. Sardegna. I like saying the G. I don't know why. I just like saying the G. So Sardegna. And yes, again with the Amigo racing team. How exciting! The season of the Mazda Alpha. Go away. What are you doing? What new managing moderators can support your channel in even more ways? Screw you. Well, it needs moderating. I need moderating. YouTube, you can screw yourself. So, yes, it's the season with the Amigos racing team. And it's the Mazda/Alpha League, where we do 1 week with the Mazdas and then the next week with the Alphas, with some really interesting tracks. That's what really grabbed me. Today we're doing it from, well, you can tell I'm doing something else now, aren't I? Because I cannot do two things at once. Then I've got to nip over to Discord. That's cool. If I scroll up, I'll find a table. So we're going to round 4. I'm scrolling. Don't you worry. My word, there is... Oh, yeah, because they had a gap at their end. The big boys at Team Amigos were doing a Team v Team. I don't know how it went, but they had a Team v Team, so we had a week off. So the championship, after 3 rounds, is no hassle. In P1 on 41 points. Then we have Quinny. Is that after round 2? Have I read that one out before? Hang on. Leaderboard after the first 2 rounds, sorry. Hang on. I am on fire at the moment. Don't you worry about it, sir. There is no way you're catching me out. Where is that? Is that around 4? There might not be a round 3 table, because they had a week off. Up standings after... Updated standings and next week's settings. Okay. I can't tell you table because I can't find it. That's fine. It's a loosey-goosey kind of championship anyway. It's out of no hassle, Hockers and Quinny. They're the main guns in this one. In the chat, oh, we got Coy saying, evening, good sir. Why, hello, my friend. And we have Vodka Rob saying, good evening. Vodka Rob saying, I pronounce the D as well. Good for you. Yes, Sardegna. Oh, D. Oh, no, I'm talking about the G. Degna. Sardegna. The D and the G. I go hard on both. I spare nothing. So, yeah, no, I can't find table. I'm really sorry. I should have looked before I came into this, because I feel like I've led you up a garden path and I've not delivered. I'll put an extra effort into this stream, shall I? And we'll just get on with the grid. Oh, yeah. And Vodkarov says, yeah, he's the same. He likes to say the G, Sardegna. So we're at Sardegna, layout C, reverse. We're in the Alfa Romeo Group 4 cars. They are beasts. I am pumped. Let's look at the grid. Okie dokie then. On pole position. I've got to take my glasses off. I can't see anything at distance. Only at close up. There you go. Yeah. Perfect replica there. Livery. I like it a lot. That's number 8. And that is Quinny. The mighty Quinster. I think he's probably leading this championship. I think he wins a lot. Then we've got the Hockers. Oh, I remember that car. The cartoon car is Fantastica. So Hockers in 2nd place. 3rd place. We've got a target for Quinny. This is called Quinny's Target. This is no hassle, and he's tried to make it a little easier. I don't know how he's going to get up there. That's going to be a tough one. Have you got it in you, Quinny? There is quite a curb here that bounces the cars up, so he might be able to just jump up and land on that. But yeah, so he's put some targets around for Quinny to aim at. I don't know what he's trying to say, but that's no hassle. In 3rd place. 4th place is oh yeah, that's cool as hell, man. That is cool as hell. That's Terminator. I'll be back. And he's turned up with his A game on the livery side of things. Fantastic. Then we've got Quinny's teammate down here. It's Lango. And yeah, they're sharing the number 8 today. Beautiful, though. I mean, I can understand it's hard to slap a bit of paint on something that's already perfect. So
Nice
I understand keeping it the way it is. Then 6th on the grid, it's Urban Fire. That is, the more blue turned up, and I'm sure that was more yellow before. Maybe not. Is it different? It said something about the yellow beast at the back of it as well. And the yellow beast thing's gone. I reckon we've had a little change around. I'll have to look at one of the old streams, because it seems more blue than it did before. I'm not sure. But that's Urban Fire. Maybe it's the Mazda. 2 cars, you see. I get very confused. You can't do that to me. So that is cracking. I really do like that. Beautiful, beautiful. Bernard Maffins would say. Then there's Thingymajig. He's in 7th. He's in the Milwaukee Alfa Romeo, because that's what they're all in. And I had a Blake there. And then in 8th spot is oh, this is going to be tricky, man. He's M. Coulomb. M. Coulomb. Coulomb. I think he's Canadian, so we'll forgive that name. And I'd like that. Alfa Tora in an Alfa Romeo. It says yes. Very good, very good. But let's waste no more time. Oh, more chat. Hang on. I've got to get my glasses on. So, before we get underway, Koi saying you need to show me the cartoon car just one more time. That is all sorts of smexy. It is great stuff. And Vodka Rob saying very nice livery. There we go. So, bang, bish, bash. It's 44 laps. It's got what is it, times 10 fuel. And I think by now we're on about times 5 tyres. Although the tyres didn't seem to be that bad. It's a standing start. 44 laps. It's going to be chaos. And beautiful chaos it's going to be as well. Let's watch. So they're waiting for the lights here. The Alfa Romeo's prepped and ready to go. As the lights drop, Quinny pulls away from Hockers, and it looks like Quinny's got an absolute perfect start going on there, with Hockers slotting in behind, trying to line him up for the first corner. It's a tight corner, the very first one, and Quinny stays to the inside. Hockers tries to go around the outside. Unbelievable move already early doors, but it's Quinny there who is got it made, and Hockers has to slip in behind, and you can see this race is going to be taut as Hockers goes back at him again. Up the hill they go. That's where the high curve is. Hockers has a bang. Hockers has a bang with the barrier. He goes into some sort of negotiation, and Hockers now dropping down to 3rd, and Terminator's touched the dust. Terminator puts a wheel on the rubbish stuff, and he drops to the back, with Quinny now leading from No Hassle, and Hockers there dropping down into 3rd, but he's coming back strong with that damage. Then we've got Urban Fire in 4th, with Coulomb in 5th, Lango in 6th, Thingymajig in 7th, and Terminator's got a huge job to do, or he can just chillax and enjoy the drive around Sardegna. Quinny there building himself up a little bit of a lead as Hockers gives it large behind Hassel, none of. And behind them we have Urban Fire just through the spoiler. You just might be able to see him, but Hockers at the moment giving it some large in a beautiful car. Oh, another little barrier. I think Hockers is very attracted to the barriers here. Oh, some racing here side by side for Coulomb and Lango. Lango going for it in the replica livery, and Coulomb trying to make his Alfa Tora Alfa Romeo as wide as it can possibly go. So we've got battling up front between Hockers and No Hassle, although No Hassle looks like he's edged out a little bit of a gap there, and it's Coulomb that's under fire from Lango as we speak. We're going into lap 3, I assume. Of course, it was that filthy animal. And Thingymajig there, 7th, just gets to watch a little bit of the fun there as Lango having a look of the inside of Coulomb, but Coulomb has him seen off bruv. Urban Fire's getting closer to Hockers there, and Urban Fire now starting to put the pressure on the leaders. And a beautiful drive there in the Alpha as he closes in on the Hockster. Oh, pressed it too many times. Heaven's sakes. Oh, Lango, where? Oh, Coulomb. What the hell, man? I was with you. Oh, it looks like, just that corner. It does throw you out a bit wide there. And you have to be very careful. And Thingymajig getting a very rare overtake done, dusted and underway, as Kaloum has to clean up those tyres and get back on the horse. Terminator, though, he would like a little bit more of that. He wants the people to fall back to him. It's 57.5 from him last time around. Kaloum a 57.9. Thingymajig a 58.7. Is he fuel saving? No, nowhere near. So the Thingymajig way off that. A little disclaimer: I've never driven this track before, and although I was going to practice, I didn't for some reason, and I just didn't have. And Kaloum there pushing so hard, he was doing a bit of off-road, so I didn't really know the track very well, but that's no excuse. It's no excuse. 7.4 as he chases down Urban Fire, but Urban first lap, and now 57.1, which he's probably just settling in to a little bit of fuel save. And up ahead, Hocker's starting to put the pressure on No Hassle as for dust. Quinny absolutely owning Sardegna right now as No Hassle gives chase, and Hocker's in third. Urban Fire keeping them very honest there. I love how they have to swing out into the pit lane. Oh well, the first two did. Urban Fire says, I don't need a wide road to get around the corner. I'll just do it. Lango, though, does look like he's catching up with Urban. Urban, I think, in a fuel save mode at the moment. And he's got half a tank, which take him to lap 10. And now I was gunning it and could only get 8 laps out of the tank. So, although, yes, no, they've got... Oh, no, I've got similar fuel to Urban. And to Hocker's, No Hassle a little bit more. Quinny's used his up a little bit. With the high fuel, it's the race is very dictated to trying to go fast and preserve your tank best you can. Kaloum then, with that falling back, it's a big job now he's got to do, but he can see the lights of Thingamajig's Milwaukee Alfa Romeo in the distance. Terminator, oh, that's calling out, they're very similar. A black one and a black and red one. But Terminator absolutely owning it. Look at him. He's closed that gap right up. 58.4 and a 59. Oh, it's kind of gone off the pot for the Canadian, hasn't it? He was on fire on that first and second lap, but since his mistake, he's pushing. That's what it is, I bet. He's pushing, and Terminator is being very precise. He's precision driving right now. Precision driving. What's going on? Quinny's leading. No Hassle's in second. Urban Fire. Where the hell's the Hawks? The Hawks is having a little tea break. Oh yeah, we caught right at the end. We'll watch a little bit more ahead. So the Hawks absolutely pushing it as much as he can, dare do, to try and catch up with the Hassle. And he just asked the Alfa Romeo to do a wee little bit too much for him, and ends up facing the wrong way. You can't park there, mate. Oof. He didn't think that corner was busted enough, and now he has to wait for the traffic. And there goes Kaloum, and there he goes right to the back. And now he's got big jobs to do from that point onwards for the Hawks. And we didn't really need to watch every single second of that, I will admit it, but I'm sure the other guys in the group would get a kick out of it. So Quinny leading, Hassle in second, and Urban Fire. Oh no, Urban Fire, what's going on? Did he make a mistake, or was he just coming out of a hairpin and it looked slow? It's very close now between him and Lango. Lango at 57.2 last time around. Urban Fire 58.0. Fuel is great on Lango's car. Lango is absolutely finding that perfect balance of speed and saving. Urban Fire then has to fight. He's going to have to make that Alpha a little wider if he wants to keep the Lango behind him. Then we've got Thingymajig in 5th place now, slowly chipping away at thin air, but still getting the positions. Beautiful stuff. Kaloum in 2nd. He's 57.6 next to Thingamajig's 57.4. Oh, that's not too bad then. That's not too bad. 57.0 for Thingymajig now, and Kaloum 56.9. It's on like Donkey Kong. Going there, my goodness. ladies and gents. Let's keep an eye out for this one. It's bubbling. What's the fuel like? Quarter of a tank for Coloom. Thingymajig, just under a quarter of a tank. Oh my God, I tried turning up the thing. Am I jumping around all over the place? Is it really unwatchable?
The Terminator is here raising hands evening everyone.
Oh no, that doesn't sound too bad. Lays1, RC and Fun in the chat saying, have no fear, the Terminator is here. Evening everyone. Alright, hello, welcome. Terminator enters the chat. Chloe saying it's fine, not Muddy, sorry, saying it's fine. Yeah, I don't know, I just turned it up, so I thought, ooh, I better check the sound coming out, and it was like going, sounded awful. Look, I haven't been watching. So Quinny leads. He's down, we're on lap 9. Has anyone pitted yet? I said lap 8. See, Urban needs a pit stop. Thingamajig's not quite there, so I fibbed, didn't I, lap 8. Coloom. He's closing in on Thingamajig and he's got better fuel. Thingamajig's fuel's just started flashing. Terminator is on an absolute dice at the moment. Oh! Nice! It's good if you can survive it. It's great if you can survive it. It's when you face the other way like Hocker's ended up. But when you get away with it, it's so delicious. And that's Terminator absolutely slamming it around Sardinia. The tyres are pretty worn though. Hocker's, he's gone into fuel save mode now. He's seeing how long he goes. Urban Fire into the pits. Urban Fire comes in. We're guessing Thingamajig as well. And that puts Lango up into third, chasing down No Hassle, No Hassle. Loads of fuel still left. Loads more than Quinny. Quinny pushed a little too far there. And No Hassle looks like he's going to get a lap or two out more than Quinny. Lango as well, doing absolutely amazing with the fuel. This could go either way. Coloom, the Canadian, he's on hardly any vapors. Hockers has got loads. The rest are into the pits. There goes Urban Fire. He's released. This pit lane is scary. Is there anyone there? No. Later in the race, we're going to see some interesting things with that pit lane exit, I'm sure. And there goes Terminator. So 3 have pitted. Here comes a Quinny. No Hassle, we assume he's staying out. And he does. His fuel is flashing though. Quinny down in second. Lango. There's no reason for him to stop either. He's going to just keep on going. And that's Quinny down to third. And the Canadian's going to have to come in. He's got nothing there. Nothing at all. And we think Hockers can carry on. Can Quinny get out before the Hocks is on board? He's down, he's fueling, and I think that's it. The Hockers is going to go by. There he goes. And now this race is wide open. It's just been blown wide open, I tell you. Loads of people in the fight on different strategies. No Hassle taking it around 1 lap more than the Quins. The Quins to back out on track behind Hockers. Hockers, he's still got a couple of laps left in that tank. We've got the Canadian in as well. We saw him coming in. Thingamajig claims back that spot, chasing down Urban Fire. Urban Fire waiting for the guys ahead of him to pit C, because his fight is with Lango, remember. Lango was catching up with Urban. There goes No Hassle. He's into the pits. Lap 11 of 44. And No Hassle's into the pits. Lango is going to take over the lead. If he doesn't come in, he doesn't come in. That's Lango then taking over the lead for at least a lap, as Hockers is definitely going to have to come in. I don't think there's enough in that car to go around. He would have to squeeze that lemon pretty tight to try and get some more out of that. And he is. No, he's not. He's going in. There you go. I thought he was going to give the lemon another squeeze, but he's gone in. So Quinny then goes by the two of them, and Lango leads round 4 of the Mazda Alpha League. Cracking stuff there from the Alfa Romeo driver. Quinny then, we've got the 2 Alfa Romeo replicas up in front, as it should be in the world. No Hassle chasing them down with a pit stop under his belt, but so has Quinny. It's Lango that's out there. Then Urban Fire back into 4th at the moment as Terminator makes his stop. And Terminator doesn't fill up. He's staying on the 3/4 thread. That is brave. Or he got very excitable with his button pressing. Hockers then, right there, he's filled up. He's playing a different game. He's playing the long game. Lango into the pits, and that is Quinny retaking the lead of this race. Lap 13 of 44, and no one, not one of us can say which way it's going to go. Well, Quinny looks like a favourite at the moment if you were going to put money on it, but no hassle. He's got that fuel advantage, remember. Urban Fire up and into a podium position now. Urban Fire is driving beyond expectations and exceeding his driving. Well, he's usually fighting down in 6th and 7th with me, so driving in 3rd, I am mightily impressed. Did he buy a Fanatec? Lango then in a 4th, and he's got pressure from Thingymajig. Was not expecting that, so he's just come out the pits. Oh yeah, he did that late stop, and it doesn't look like it's helped him too much. He's dropped off the back of Urban Fire, and now he's in the laser shot of the Milwaukee Alfa Romeo of Thingymajig. If Thingymajig had a bit more pace about him, he could really set upon the Langs. But it's half a tank difference as well between the two of them. Terminator in the chat saying, I'm a simple machine. I see buttons, I start pushing, just like the like button here. Oh, bless you, little cotton socks. You're my favourite, Terminator. I hope you beat me in this race because you're so cool. So Terminator then chasing down Thingymajig, who's right on the Langs. We've got racing all over the place, haven't we? Where do we watch it? Where do we watch it? So I think the leaders might be upon each other. Not quite, but I reckon there's something in store there with their different fuel quantities going on. And Thingymajig really is pushing on there and giving Lango something to think about. Heaven's sakes. Ooh, was that me? No, that was Terminator, right on the edge of reason there with the track. Kicking up the dust, he is on a push. 56.6. Remember, the Terminator was the man that spun on the first lap. And now with all the pit stops out of the first round of pit stops out of the way, and Terminator is up 2 positions. So he is absolutely on fire. Thingymajig is dropping off the back of Lango now. Lango starting to get into a rhythm. And making it easy to pull away some dust there. Oh no, Urban Fire. Oh my gosh, sorry. So Urban Fire in 3rd. He's got no distractions. He must. He had a chat with that inside curb and barrier and came off. I tell you what though, oh no, I was going to say just about survived it, but he lost a lot of time. And Lango now here. Lango's through. He's got the momentum. Lango is through. Thingymajig, can he squeeze one through as well? I think Urban's back up to pace. Urban is back up to pace. So Thingymajig doesn't get... Thingymajig fighting with Lango. And Lango goes up to 3rd. And Thingymajig cannot get past 4th place. Urban Fire, he got brick-walled. As Urban Fire got himself back up to pace, and he hasn't got damage at this point. So Urban Fire now, we know Urban Fire has the pace on Thingymajig. Thingymajig having a look one way, seeing if there's anything doing, and nothing doing there. I think Thingymajig changed his, I don't know, everyone might have changed their tyres, you know. So Quinny leads this race. Sorry, I know Thingymajig and Urban are in a bit of a thing, but I thought I'd just have a look. So Quinny is a 56. Oh no, Quinny did a 57.0. So yeah, I think Quinny, oh yeah, look, their fuel's easily leveled out with Hassel pushing on to try and catch him up. And Quinny has eased off a little bit there, so the gap between the two of them is getting smaller. Lango playing a blinder there. He's up into 3rd place as Urban Fire makes a slight mistake and finds himself losing a position over it. And Thingymajig is ever hopeful to try and get involved in whatever's happening ahead of him. Behind Terminator. Oh, Terminator's last lap was not a good lap. We would not class that one as a good lap. Maybe possibly a bad lap. But he's done a 57.1. Well, maybe it was a glitch. No, a 102. That is definitely not a good lap. So then we've got the Canadian being caught by Hockers. Hockers on a different strategy today. Forced into a long game situation by just one small little wheel on the kitty litter, and it made him face the wrong way, and then he had to wait for the whole field to come by, and now he's caught up with the Canadian, who really in a way should have been higher up in the grid anyway, as I spun twice in front of him and ruined both his final laps. And he didn't even complain, bless him. He could have come on to the chat and said, dude, you want to learn to drive? But now Kaluma and Hockers giving it dicing, but the Hockers is through. Oh, you see Kaluma's on the medium tyre. That's going to be very difficult to get good pace out of that. Quinny leads from No Hassle pushing on to try and gain on the Quinster. Lango hasn't pulled away from Urban Fire like he would have liked. Urban Fire on it today, and Lango is going to have to dig deep if he wants to pull it away from the blue and yellow menace. Thingymajig clinging onto the back, and with all he's got, 57.6 though, his pace has got a little better, but he's on a fuel. Yes, Urban's definitely saved a lot better fuel this time around, and Thingymajig is going to definitely come into the pits. Terminator as well into the pits this time around. Hockers, as he's done away with Kalum, the Alfa Tauri, Alfa Romeo, and he's setting his sights on the two pit stoppers next. There goes Thingymajig. Terminator, is he going to try and take it around? No, he's going in as well. And Urban Fire takes it around, chasing down Lango, who was the last to pit and still has half a tank of fuel. No Hassle, just somewhere between half a tank and a quarter, is chasing down Quinny, who has had a flawless race so far. Hasn't put a foot wrong, and it looks like it could be in the bag for Sir Quinny of Quinn a lot. And No Hassle, though, is making a race of it. Meanwhile, Lango has to deal with his Urban Fire issues, but Urban Fire's fuel flashing, and Lango can go a lot deeper in this race, deeper than the leaders even. Hockers then up and into 5th place, playing the long game, paying off, and oh, the Alfa Tauri, Alfa Romeo having a small offage there, and that'll be the medium tyres, with Thingymajig back out ahead of Terminator, but Terminator driving like he means it, and Thingymajig could well be in trouble from Terminator. Urban Fire into the pits. This is who Terminator, Thingymajig are racing, and Lango. So Urban Fire, will he come out around this battle here with Terminator getting the blue flags, with Quinny coming through? And Terminator says, screw you. I'm not pulling over. Go round. Go round. You're fast enough too, Mr. 56.9. So Urban Fire, oh, out behind Thingymajig. Behind Thingymajig. Interesting. Thingymajig then in 6th, and the Canadian not pitting just yet. Hockers as well, but Hockers got a fat load of fuel on board. He's got no issues whatsoever, and no thoughts of pitting just yet. Lango as well, fat on fuel, but the leaders. Oh, Quinny's had a moment. Let's have a look. So Quinny still hasn't got past Terminator yet. Terminator's definitely not making it easy for him. Terminator, in fact, gave me some good advice. He said, don't pull over for the leaders. They're fast enough. And I can see where that has come from. Quinny then losing some downforce at the front going down that corner as he was sat right up Terminator, and losing a bit of grip going into the wall. And this is all playing to No Hassle. This is great for No Hassle. The Canadian goes in, put some softs on. The mediums really aren't worth it. Hockers comes around, and it's Thingymajig goes by and up and into 5th spot for now. Urban Fire, though, not too far behind. And we know Urban Fire is a lot faster than Thingymajig as Terminator comes through as well. And the leader, Quinny, still not by the Alpha yet, and there he goes. Now he has dispersed with the Terminator and gets on his way, but the fuel is very low for the two leaders, and No Hassle has closed that up a lovely piece there. He really has. And Terminator getting a little toe, I think, off of Quinny, or he's going to try and retake him. Oh dear. Oh my. So Quinny does finally, he's going to go into the pits anyway, and I think Terminator trying to get a nice toe off Quinny as he goes in. Is No Hassle following him, has double Same pit stop. It's going to be a battle of the crews, but don't forget Quinny came in slightly before, no hassle, so Quinny should get out again ahead, and Lango looks like it, for the second time in this race, is going to take the lead with Hockers in 4th. Hockers using up a bit more fuel than Lango. Then Thingymajig in 5th place for the moment. Urban Fire, though, closing in at 57.3 last time around for Urban Fire. Thingymajig at 57.8. He cannot keep that pace going. Terminator 57.7. So, but he was playing with the leaders, remember, and Cologne just out of the pits. So Lango leads this race with Quinny now out of pits in 2nd, no hassle, out in 3rd. Thingymajig up into 4th. We pitted Hockers. Hockers in, so Thingymajig now as high as 4th. My word, it's lofty up here with as a slow driver in 4th, but Urban Fire, he's ready to make that 4th place go away from Thingymajig. He is on the attack, and he means business at 57.2 last time around for Thingymajig, and Thingamajig's put a wheel on the dirt. He's really messed up now, and Urban Fire says yes please, no and thank you, and that's Urban Fire up and back into 4th place. And Thingymajig, oh, he didn't change his tyres, did Thingymajig, in the last pit? That's probably how he ended up ahead of Urban Fire. Hasn't paid off, has it, you knob? So Thingymajig not changing his tyres in the last pit stop, and struggling with the grip. Terminator 56 before the 57.0, so Terminator absolutely destroying the lap times, and 58.9 from Thingymajig. Really is struggling with that grip. How much? He's got half a tank of fuel. He's still got a long way to go, and Terminator's going to be upon him pretty soon, as Hockers, after his pit stop, out in 7th. He didn't fully, well, he's probably burnt that, sorry. I don't know though, seems like a lot. Lango into the pits. He's looking to come out in 3rd, I imagine, as Quinny still leading, has led, apart from the times he's pitted, from the beginning, from pole as well, I believe. Car number 8 is absolutely dazzling the Sardinians with no hassle, chasing him down. Let's get on board. Let's get on board with no hassle whilst we're chasing him down. We can see Lango. Urban Fire has moved. No. Oh, they've got to be close, surely. No. Urban Fire then is ahead of Lango. Urban Fire, he's only got half a tank of fuel though. Who's that in the fight as well? Oh, Thingymajig, I forgot about him. He's still there, but his tyres are absolutely abysmal. So Urban Fire up and into 3rd place. He's got himself ahead of Lango. It could go any way. The pit stops are really making it sort of crazy town out there. You don't know who's going to come out where. Terminator, he's just been doing such good lap times. You feel he's going to jump these guys. Urban Fire, Lango and Thingymajig all getting into a bit of a dicing, slicing and slowing each other down. Could play into Terminator. Look, he's right there as well. This is the man that was like half a lap behind on the first lap. And look at him burn it, baby. It's that livery, isn't it? It's so cool. It makes the car 3/10 faster. Thingymajig then, he's right on Lango. What's going on, Lango? Lango not getting straight into the groove. Is he trying to make the fuel last all the way? What is there? 4, 8, 28 laps? No, surely not. We're way over halfway. Hang on. I'm not good with math. 4, 8, 18 laps. Yes, it's 18 laps. I counted up from the 2, but the 4 that I added on before should have made it 3. Look, I was always math. Urban then in 3rd. He had a little slide on there. Look at this. 4 cars after 26 laps are all dicing for the podium. Beautiful stuff. How is it though? How is it for fuel? Terminator's low. Thingamajig's low. Oh, Terminator's had another bit of go with the sand trap, and Thingamajig, his fuel's low. Lango's got a shed load. Maybe that's why the weight, but he has pulled away from Thingamajig now. And Urban Fire, not bad for fuel. Quinny's down. Quinny's down. What has happened? Oh, wow. Is it a long time ago? Is it going to... Oh, it looks... Here we go. I think it's around here. So we've gone back about 40 seconds, probably about 3 laps. But, yeah, there comes Quinny. They pitted about 3 laps ago. Quinny has had a nice, healthy lead throughout this whole race. He's just managed a 56.5 with no hassle. He's got the fastest lap so far with a 56.3. Quinny, he's gone a little wide in there, and no hassle has come up right up to alongside him. And Quinny, is he easing off? Is he trying to save fuel? And now no hassle takes over the lead, and Quinny didn't knock one of the X's. They were there for you to knock, mate. It was like an invitation. So no hassle takes the lead in a very bizarre move. But maybe Quinny now wanting to save some fuel. This exact fuel is the same between the two of them. And maybe that is the move. Maybe Quinny feels he's got a little... But then no hassle's got the fastest lap. So Quinny can't think he's that fast. Because no hassle's the man sitting with the fastest lap so far. And Quinny right there, up his chuff. Is he just having fun with him? Is he playing with him? As they come into the braking zone, and they are nip and tuck between the two leaders. Quinny having another look. No hassle is not playing. He's keeping to his line. He's not being swayed. He's not defending in any way. He's trusting the driver behind not to pull a Lando or a Max, depending on whose side you are. I think they're as bad as each other. I think they should have both their heads banged together. Although it was entertaining. Thingymajig and Terminator into the pit. Sorry, them two have started absolutely dicing it. Urban Fire in 3rd, Lango in 4th. Then we've got Hockers up into 5th, and the Canadian Colombe into 6th as Thingymajig and Terminator pit at the same time. Nothing between the two of them. This is fantastic. In the chat, we have Terminator saying that was a nice move by No Hassle. It was sweet. So Thingymajig out ahead of Terminator, but there's nothing in it between the two of them. No Hassle and Quinny absolutely all over each other like rashers. Like they've been rolling around in stinging nettles. So No Hassle has to drag Quinny around. And I think Quinny must have just got like one of the corners a bit wrong and didn't carry the speed down the straight. Because Quinny, No Hassle just seemed to catch him so quickly. But now Quinny starting to regret that, I think. As No Hassle building up a gap between himself and the Quinster. Urban Fire looking for a podium today, but the tyre is pretty mullered. Oh no! Oh, dearie me, just as we cut to him. But we got a great look at the art sticker on the side of his car. Amigos Racing Team, there you go. And poor Urban Fire, the tyres did look a little torn up. And Hockers goes through and up and into 4th place. Lango in 3rd. Lango having an absolute fantastic drive at the moment. And it looks like Hockers... It's going to be a tough call to get Hockers onto that podium, I believe. Urban Fire then. Oh, he's into the pits. And remember, Thingymajig and Terminator. Terminator's right on. Is that Thingymajig? No. Yes, he's close enough. It's behind them. Oh, it's No Hassle. And Quinny battling it out. And Thingymajig there getting blue flags. He thinks it is the leaders. Terminator wants to carry on racing, but he says, no, I'm not slowing down. And Thingymajig gets duped by the blue flags and lets the wrong man by. Oh well, these things happen. 14 laps remaining, and No Hassle and Quinny still battling it out like they mean it. No Hassle all up and trying to make that Alpha as wide as possible as Quinny. Let's get on board. Let's get on alongside Quinny. Let's sit with Quinny for a lap or two. It's a short lap, so probably 2. So Quinny then, they're into fuel save. I don't think they're going to... I think there's another pit stop in this race before the end. Ideally, you want to be doing it around lap 36 to get 8 laps on board and take it to the flag. So Quinny Canadian is into the pits now. See, I'm not sure. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, he could probably get 12 laps out of a tank. So Thingymajig moves up into 6th, but we're on board with the old race leader. Oh, we never did see any action from pit stops. I know definitely once when I went past, it was pretty damn close to someone coming out. It was scary. Over the chat we were having to say, leaving the pits. Just as someone was saying it, I was going past, and it was like, woof. So Quinny then, it's got some back markers up ahead. This could mix things up. The first one they're coming across is a Thingymajig, I believe, and then Terminator, but we've seen Terminator doesn't make life easy for these guys to get by. Unless he plays favourites. Oh, and there's Quinny having a look at No Hassle. And No Hassle at the moment, keeping Quinny exactly where he wants him. Lango in 3rd. He's not going to get in the fight for the lead of this race unless something silly happens between these two. But at the moment, No Hassle and Quinny are showing Max and Lando how to race in close quarters. No dive bombing here, sir. Lango in 3rd with the Hawks in 4th. Hockers, I mean, what's the best he could hope for? 4th was probably always going to be the one when he had to wait for the whole damn field to come by after his small accident. He goes around again. I was saying that 36 is what they want to go to. Terminator up to 5th. Thingymajig in 6th. Then he's getting chased by Urban Fire. And Kaloum in 8th spot. He's not that far behind Urban. Urban's on a lot of fuel. So is Kaloum. They're probably running until the end. Thingymajig slowing down for the leaders. Thingymajig, come on, this is your chance. Thingymajig slowing down for the leaders to let them by, and Terminator just absolutely floors it and lengthens the gap between himself and the Milwaukee Alfa Romeo. Hockers, meanwhile, 4th. He's going to have to make a pit. He's been making his fuel last way longer than that. He's fine. Lango, I don't know where Lango's going to have to pit. He's going to have to pit with only a couple of laps to go, I think. I don't think he can go to the end. These two are getting ready. Quinny's back in the lead. I'm sorry, guys. I pulled away for 1 second. So, Quinny back ahead. Shall I look? Oh, I mean, I started this late. I don't want to keep you all up, those who want to carry on watching it. Here we go, it's here. So, I mean, you don't have to. You can just go to bed and watch it the rest tomorrow. Urban looked like that was Urban that was wide there. And they're both absolutely nose to tail here with No Hassle on lap 33. There's Thingymajig getting out of the way. We saw that, for Kevin's sake. It was so close to when we just saw it. So with a little toe, help with the toe down the straight. Oh, hello. We're having a little door banging session. And Quinny gets the move done. Down the straight. Was he helped with a little toe there? Fuel's flashing for Quinny though. He had to exert a little bit of gas there and burn a little extra fuel, but pit stop window is coming up. He said could be any time now you could pit and get to the end of the race, possibly. Lango in 3rd with Hockers going in. Hockers going in, as I say, you can stop now and get to the end of the race. Terminator with half a tank of fuel. Thingymajig with half a tank of fuel. Urban Fire with 3/4 of a tank of fuel. And Coulomb in 8th. I miss Dave. Where's Dave nowadays? Dave Fincoil. Where are you, mate? So Quinny leads from No Hassle. They're both on fumes. They're both bound to come in this lap. And there they go. Lovely. Lango, he can't go for the rest of the race. This is going to be intense. Terminator all on his Todd now with Thingymajig in 5th. And Hocker's catching up. Thingymajig, there we go. There's racing to be had here. Let's get on board with the Hawks. Let's get alongside with the Hawks in his lovely Amigo racing gear. I believe that's probably it, because it's blue and yellow. So Quinny and Hassle into the pits. Lango goes by, takes the lead. No Hassle looks like he's coming out of the pits before Quinny. He does. No Hassle, short fills by about 6%. Sorry, I was in the wrong place with the wrong racing when I should have watched their pit exit. So yeah, No Hassle, just slightly short fills from Quinny. And is back in, well, he's back ahead. They're not in the lead yet because we've got Lango out there doing his thing. So No Hassle and Quinny carrying on that hard battling. Terminator in a fine fourth at the moment. Thingymajig going, ooh, it looks like they're going slow, but I think it's the hairpin. But Hocker's definitely up for this. I think Thingamajig's got a pit anyway. Yeah, Thingamajig's going to have to pit before the end. Whereas we believe Hocker's going all the way. I think Terminator might have to pit as well. And Lango. So you never know. Hocker's might end up in third. I said there was no chance of it. And I still think he probably is. It'll be a tough one. To get it up, that car is so hot, man. Wowzers. So Thingamajig then. Well, he's not coming into the pits this lap, and Hocker's still chasing him. We've got the battle up here between Quinny and No Hassle. Question when Lango's fuel is now flashing. He's fighting with Hocker's, I reckon. Hocker's is going to be, he wants to get out ahead of Hocker's. Urban Fire has to go in. Ooh, he's not got quite enough fuel for the end, so he's just coming in. And there goes, he goes by the pits, does Lango. No Hassle has pulled out a little gap from Quinny. Terminator in fourth. Thingamajig still ahead of Hocker's. Unbelievable. Hocker's pace is blistering. But remember, Hocker's has got to make that fuel last as well. He might be using Thingamajig, but now he's through. Now he's through. All is good in the world as Thingamajig continues on his way in sixth place. Kulum in seventh. Terminator comes in. Thingamajig gets to stay out another lap. And is that integral? Can Thingamajig do a killer lap and close in to Terminator after his very own pit stop as he goes around the hairpin? Hocker's then. Lango hasn't come in yet. Lango, he's fighting for that third with Hocker's, I reckon. It's going to be tight. It might not be. It might not be even close. But he's into the pits. Where's Hocker's? Hocker's is not, I don't know. I can't call. It's a tough call. Lap 37 of 44. Hocker's and Lango fighting over third place. Lango took it as deep as he possibly could in this race. And now Hocker's is trying to get that position. They've got the tyres on. Now they're filling up. Hocker's is on the start straight. I think he's done it, by Jove. I think he's done it. Thingamajig's going to disappear into the pits. Hocker's goes by. Lango's gone. He's on his way out. It's tight. No, where are they? There's Lango. No, it's not as close as I thought it was. Sorry, guys. I sold you a dummy. Oh, and Quinny's got bloody passed again. Bloody hell, Quinny. It was right in the pit stop. We were right there. For heaven's sakes. So, again, similar move. And No Hassle tries to close it down. But Quinny gets the toe. And he is up and in the inside. In the hairpin. And retakes the lead for the umpteenth time in this race. It has been cracking between the two of them. But Quinny now retakes the lead. As No Hassle back to chasing. Lango in the pits. We thought he was fighting with Hocker's, but Lango gets out. Thingamajig goes in. That'll put Kulum up a position as he comes onto the start straight. Terminator filled up earlier on, pitted just before Thingamajig. Can Thingamajig close the gap between himself and Terminator? Terminator coming around the final corner. Thingamajig is, oh God, where is it? Thingamajig's not even up on the stands yet, and Terminator easily past the pitting Thingamajig. Unbelievable stuff then. Kulum still yet to pit. And can Urban Fire? He's come onto the pits, but Thingamajig's already in motion. And he is out just behind Terminator. It wasn't that far, was it? Oh my word. With Terminator there in sixth. The leaders. And then Thingamajig with Urban Fire. Oh, such a shame. Urban Fire easily had the pace on Terminator, Thingamajig and Kulum today, and should have finished in fifth, but the wall bit him, and it bit him hard. Quinny leads with No Hassle all up and on his jacksie, with Lango And Hocker's caught him up quick, didn't he? Hocker's caught him up quick. Hocker's going for a move up the inside in the hairpin. My word, Lango's going to have to do some fancy fighting and try to keep the mighty Hockers behind. Let's sit alongside the Hocks like we tried to earlier. Back in the same position again. Quinny leads from No Hassle. Lango in third. We're watching him from the passenger seat of Hockers. And behind we've got the Canadian Colum. I can't say it. I don't know how to say it. Cowlon. I'm so sorry I'm butchering your name. Oh, ho, ho. And Hocker's going for an outside move on Lango. And it looks like he's got the momentum coming down the straight. And Hocker's buzzers past the Lango on the start-finish straight. Great move there. He went for an outside move and the momentum alone took him down and past in the straight. And Lango now in fourth. Gloom still not pitted. Can he go to the end? Lap 39 of 44. He's probably a lap down as well, is he? So he wouldn't have to do all of the laps. He's just started lap 40. He might not be, you know. No, he isn't, because there's the leaders, isn't there? There's Terminator. And Thingymajig a little bit further back with Urban Fire in 8th place. And it's Quinny and No Hassle, though. Sat between Terminator and Thingymajig on the track. Lap 41 of 44. We're into the end game now. This is exciting. It's exciting with the big red X that's on the side of No Hassle's car, as No Hassle gives it all he's got now. Anything. He's gone for a fastest lap again of 56.3. And Quinny, he's canny. He's done well in this race. Even behind No Hassle, he's managed to get by somehow. And now No Hassle has to use that same move on Quinny coming out of that final corner. And it's like, damn, he's getting a toe, but he's just not going to get there in time for the hairpin as they start lap 42 of 44. And Quinny, he's definitely got it under control. No Hassle is running out of laps. Hocker's up and into third. He's pulled a little bit away from Lango, but we've seen Hocker's facing the wrong way in this race already today. It could easily happen again. He's just about to start lap 42 as Lango chases him down. The Canadian still has not pitted. This is amazing. In 5th place. He's going to do it, by Jove. Terminator in 6th place, and the leader's just not catching him, with Thingymajig not making any impression either in 7th spot. And Urban Fire ruined the race because it could have been so much better for him. Quinny leads as he crosses the line to start lap 43 of 44, the penultimate lap of the race. And No Hassle is dropping further back. No Hassle doesn't have the answers. The questions that Quinny is asking. Hockers, yeah, Hockers is in third, sorry. I had a brain fart and thought Lango was in third. So Hockers, absolute cracking drive for Hockers. Say he ended up behind the whole field, as did Terminator. These two have... Oh, someone's off! Oh, Colum! Oh, no. Hi, Carumbas. Sorry, man. So the Canadian Alfa Romeo driver comes up the hill and just a little... Oh, yeah, but the medium tyres absolutely roasted. And he finds himself in an unfortunate spot there. And in 6th, and then he's got the leaders coming through and past Terminator, trying to stay on that lead lap. And Thingymajig then in 7th. Where is Colum? He's got some damage. And his tyres are absolutely shot. Is he going to have to go into the pits? Is that Quinny's? They're starting the final lap now. Quinny onto the final lap with No Hassle further back. And yes, Colum goes into the pits. He doesn't feel that that's enough fuel to get around one last time. Terminator. And Thingymajig then starting his final lap. Urban Fire. He'll get that position from the Canadian. And Urban Fire is small solace for the race where he could have finished 4th, maybe even 3rd. Quinny then slamming that Alpha one way and another, trying to stay ahead of No Hassle, and it looks like it's going to be another Quinny win And in the chats, Vodka Rob saying that's gone pretty quickly, although it's not a long lap really, I guess. Now just under a minute as Quinny comes up to the line to take another victory over No Hassle. Great driving from the pair of them, and Quinny takes the win with No Hassle in second. Hockers chasing towards, I think other people are going to finish first. Thingymajig finishing in sixth. A lackluster performance, it has to be said. Who's next? Urban comes down in seventh, and he'll be ruining the losses. And then we have Klum in eighth. And the medium tyres was no friend of his. Then we've got Hockers. Hockers going slow. Lango, he's got a bit of fuel. Hockers has run out of fuel. He couldn't quite get it. And Lango at the end there grabs himself a podium. Take a boo, my son. And Hockers crawling back for fourth. Terminator not close enough to grab that from him. And Hockers just over the line as Terminator heads. And remember, Terminator was very plumb last at the very beginning of this race. What a drive, what a comeback. Fantastic, that was brilliant. That was fantastic fun. So that was the Amigos racing team, Mazda Alpha League round 4. Next round we'll be back in the Mazdas. Don't ask me where, I never remember. And Discord is a lot. Oh, I could read you the table, can I? The updated table now, because you didn't get a table at the beginning. Sorry, you don't have to hang around for this. It's really just for the guys racing. So here we go. Let me see if I can find the table. That's my thinking sound. Who did that? Where is it? There it is. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, I can't do it that way. Let me hold my phone sideways and then it's bigger. So, Quinny is leading on 92 points with No Hassle in second on 82 points. Piss off. Thingamajig's in third on 47 points. I think that's just what happens when you turn up for every race. And Hockers is in fourth on 38 points. Urban Fire is in fifth on 35 points. With Bopter Boy in sixth on 22 points. Terminator is seventh on 21 points. Dave Fincoil, not Oil, is in eighth on 19 points. Super Squid is in ninth on 17 points. Lango is 10th on 16 points. Websons is 11th on 13 points. Matt is 12th on 13 points. Nalinsky is 13th on 11 points. And Kalum is 14th on 8 points. Hey, I'm third in the table, people. Go on, have that. I'm going to peacock now. I'm going to peacock around. I'm going to walk around the front room all Larry-like, swaying about, giving it the big large. Look at me. Today, I ticked a box and overturned the government and third in the Amigos racing team table. Hey, all right, on that note, I'm happy now. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching. Vodka Ron. Go on, lad. Lit. Yeah, I'm slapping in the Amigos League. Thanks for watching. You're all superstars. Bless you all. And I'll see you next time. It's live tomorrow, Friday night. If you watch these out of order, I think it's 2 hours of Le Mans. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think we're going to be with the world racing community for a 2-hour Le Mans fest. So don't forget to join us then. Put it in your alarm, your little calendar thing on. Say, hey Siri, set a reminder.
Victory hand smiling face with sunglasses.
And Vodka saying, catch you later, bro. Yeah, in a minute. I want to go in the messenger and see what people have been writing. I think Captain Slow's been writing loads of stuff in there. I don't know what about. I'm going to go and have a look. Yeah, Tooroo. Peace and love. Peace and love.